All right, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. All right, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Hello, folks. I'm Duke Calloway, and welcome to a State of the Union address on Must See Wrestling. Well, this past week was not a great week for us, I gotta admit right now, and basically, it's right now left everything in shambles. I mean, let's put it this way. We're just like a Shakespearean play. We had action, we had drama, we had a little comedy. Also, we had tragedy. And I'm going to tell you that much right now. Let me explain what's going on here. Let me start off with the timeline of events. Basically, we had the tragedies, the murder of Samus Blackraft in Houston, Texas. And then what made it even worse was about a day later, after the news of Samus's death broke. Lauren Wolfenstein, his, we thought was going to be his soon-to-be ex-wife, but she came over to Shockwave after she said she was going to send divorce papers to Samus Blackraft, died of a heart attack. She died of a broken heart, because I guess she still had feelings for Samus. And it's a very tragic moment here, folks, and stuff like that. I'll tell you what, I feel bad for Preston Rose, because he just recently bought the Federation about a couple weeks ago. Maybe less than a couple weeks ago, and I'll tell you what, had a lot to deal with. You had the 3 months of torment where Tracy Torment just ridiculed everybody, just tortured everybody in Must See Wrestling while she was general manager. And it did not make many people feel really great, especially for one superstar known as Lorenzo, who is one half of the famous tag team of the Wolfpack with Wolfchild. And I'll tell you what right now, basically, that what happened. And then we had the world title match from last night, and that kind of went kaboom. Oh my gosh, man. There was happiness, and there was a lot of anger. And I don't know what's going on here, but right now, Preston Rose is all set for Wednesday to sell to Shane McMahon. And you know what, we thought, okay, like maybe life won't be bad under Shane McMahon. But the big news we heard on the Must See Wrestling Facebook group is that he's closing it down. He just bought basically just to close down another competitor. Which means I'm going to be out of a job soon. Ali's going to be out of a job soon. Chris Batt, Jay Cole, Vampiro 0712 is the director, and a lot of stuff like that. Right now, we don't know what's going on, but he is going to hold he's going to let us hold one last card on the thing. But here's the thing about it. It's not really official yet, because they're going to make it official on this last hurrah show on Wednesday. And that's the thing about it. And I'm sad about this, because I'll tell you what, I started in 1989 in Cleveland as a broadcaster when it was known as Great Lakes Wrestling, and I remember it was spiraling, and it really didn't do too well for us, and it almost closed down in 1989 until there was a sharp, brash kid that came out of the thing with his lottery winnings and bought the Federation out, and that person's name was Joseph Kenny. And if you don't know the name Joseph Kenny, he was the first MSW owner. And also he was also a wrestler later on after he cashed all his shares to become a wrestler, because there's in a rule that the shareholder cannot be a wrestler also. He held many titles, and then once again he retired from concussions in 2020 after it happened during a match where him and Meacher went against the wild cards, Royce Isaacs and Tom Lamier, and Kenny would suffer 2 hush money suplexes, and then the whammy was Lamier dropping him right on his head with that back suplex. So he retired from that, and right now we see that he's working a little federation in the area called called Winter Circle Wrestling, WCW. Yeah, well, so yeah, basically, I'll tell you what, WCW. The thing about it is a non-subscriber federation. That's all I know right now. What basically I set that federation up for is that WCW is for all the people that really didn't get a chance in all the other big wig areas. AEW, WWE, all those other areas. Like, for example, you see, great example is Fred Rosser. He never got a chance in WWE when he was Darren Young, but lo and behold, he was in WCW, and he became the first ever world champion, which is a hell of an achievement. And I'll tell you what, right now, and I feel bad. I feel bad about this with the Federation closed down. Like I said, I've been here for all my life. Who I feel really bad for is Allie. I'll tell you what, right now, I feel bad for Allie because she was trying to get her life back on track. And after suffering bankruptcy, she used to be one of the richest women at one time. I'll tell you that much right now. She used to be one of the richest women, and she was like the most favorite woman heel around before Tracy Torment. And the thing about it is that she suffered bankruptcy. And she was trying to get back on track, and now this has happened. I mean, I feel sorry for Preston Rose. He said he had love for wrestling in Texas and stuff like that with the Von Erichs and Freebirds. And Chris Adams, Gino Hernandez, and stuff like that. I won't even explain what happened there. You could go ahead and read on the stuff what's going on there. I mean, it's sad. The one thing I got worried about was my pension from MSW. But I guess Preston Rose has talked to Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon. And basically what's going to happen is simple. I guess Shane McMahon has promised to pay the severance pay of all the employees that are not qualified for pension. But the ones that are going to be soon for pension, like myself, is going to get paid. Is going to get paid that. They're going to make sure to put that in the books, which in a way I greatly appreciate. Definitely with my wife Martha and my cat here Teresa, who's laying by me looking so sad at me, poor cat. I'll tell you that much right now. I don't know what it is that caused the downfall, but I thought we can recover from the 3 months of torment, and everything just torn apart. I don't know what happened. Do I see any controversy in it? No, I really don't see any controversy in it. I mean, I'm not going to put fingers at anybody or stuff like that. I stand here as a neutral journalist. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I see Marcus the King talking on here right now. Yeah, definitely, who knows? That could be possible. I mean, it's sad. Rumors was, if you watched it Sunday night, I mean, a rumor starts swirling. Preston Rose says he didn't know he invested in the right business investment. He says this is like the first time he ever had a business investment he wasn't too sure about. And Malachi Admiroff came up to him. He said he'd be willing to buy the shares for the price he paid for them, plus 50% more than what he paid. And also he would be willing to invest in the Metro Sports Bar and Movie Theater complex that he wants to build in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And Preston Rose has given it some thought, but I think Shane McMahon might have given him a better offer. And, this is sad. I grew up with the memories of must-see wrestling. The list of people go on that wrestled here in this area. We had the likes of, let's start off here. We had the likes of Joe Masker, who was the main baddie here in the area, who used to brutalize the hell out of a lot of people. We've seen his moves change over the years. I mean, there's a controversy. Everybody's saying that, how could you change your arsenal? But you know what? Everybody changes their arsenal. Great example, Ted DiBiase. In the old school days of Mid-South, he had the figure four and he had the pile driver. As soon as he went to WWE, bam, he changed over to the $1 Million Dream. Another great example. Basically, there's some other great examples. I'll tell you that much right now. Barry Windham. And the years with WCW and NWA, here's the thing about it. Here's the things about it. No music here right now, Perch. This is a serious matter, sir. So sorry. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the thing about it. Great example, Barry Windham. Barry Windham was known to be the Bulldog, but when he needed to change up his game in the NWA and WCW, he went to the Claw and he went to the Impaler DDT. I mean, that's right now, yeah, that's the thing about it. We also have, well, speaking of Windham and DiBiase, we had those guys wrestle here too. I mean, it was a pleasure having those two legends. It goes on. You had Mr. Amazing, who started here when he was young Jerry Bennett. You had Chaz Foreman when he was Chaz. You had Silver Bat, who turned out to be Chris Bat. You had Massacre's Children, Asia, Jacob, and Jade all had a wrestling trip here. You also had LaJohn Lennox, Corey Crichton, Evan Magnificent, and I'll put him in the category even though he's in prison for trying to murder somebody. Ali Govea, number one fan who turned out to be Tracy. You had Red Rose, who helped to revitalize the women's division, along with Miss Alice and Fatale, Chrissy Bennett. Rockstar Steve was here for a while. We also had Matt Bennett. We also had, there was a lot of Michael Ryan, the Cold Bloods. You know what? It started off as a non-Twitch show, basically. We used to run this, I'll tell you what, it used to be run on the 2005 engine, the SmackDown vs. Raw. It's like, I wish there was some way you could have hooked that up to the internet. It was like so much fun. And I'll tell you what, man, it's sad. One match we will have signed up here for the last hurrah is going to be for the Symbol Wasteland title. Pierce Perch will get his title shot against Grit. I don't know what else is going to happen there. It'll be a short show. It'll be about 7 matches. Maybe, who knows, maybe it might take a 2-night event. Maybe we might go into the weekend for this one. I mean, we might have one Wednesday, and then we might have part 2 of it Sunday. I mean, that's the thing about it. Of course, the list is endless. I'll tell you that much right now. You had a lot of great stars. You had Marvelous Merle and Ryan Fisher. Of course, Marvelous Merle was a member of the Upstarts, along with Corey Crichton, LaJohn Lennox, Joe Masker, and of course, the legendary tag team known as the Power Brokers, El Serpentor, who's passed on about 10 years ago, and also Marcus Ramstein. I guess we're already getting the requests rolling in. I guess we see that if Cass can have one last 6-man with Moxley and Kingston. Right now, I mean, this is, it's sad, man. I mean, it's really sad. And I'll tell you that much right now. I think right now you can't see it, but right now it's bringing a tear to my eye. It's really bringing a tear to my eye. And not only that, I know today was the wake for Lauren Wolfenstein. Great women's wrestler that she was. I remember when she wrestled here. I'll tell you that much right now. Ain't gonna help Jack. He's, it ain't gonna help Perch. You know what? Unfortunately, he's already sold on the idea of selling to McMahon. Unfortunately. Right now, we know it's like, I don't know what to say. I'm just lost for words. Right now, I still gotta go to the funeral wake for Samus in Houston Thursday, which will be held in Houston, Texas. And right now, as I know of, Red Rose has went down there to Houston to help out her children prepare for that. Because, of course, Rose is Samus's sister-in-law when she was married to Joe Massacre. And I'll tell you that much right now. It's really something else. Yeah. I remember the great memories. I'll tell you how much right. Chris Bad having his problems and he became Joker Jr. I remember of, you know, it's crazy. I remember some of the great stables we had here, like when Jerry Bennett used to run the Kingdom with his good friends Ken Anderson and Wade Barrett. I also remember days when Chaz was tagging around with his best friend, Billy Kidman, when they were questioning and stuff like that, when they were another version of, yeah, right, when they were known as Billy and Chuck, not to be confused with Palumbo and Gunn. I mean, it's unbelievable. Oh my gosh, I remember so many numerous champions we had here in MSW, WWL, and Great Lakes Wrestling. You know? But it is going to be reality, and it's a grim reality. That means after this Wednesday's over, I'm going to have to be sending, applications of our federation to see if I can find it. If not, then I guess I'm going to retire. I actually enjoyed coming out of retirement with Ali Govea. I just feel her future is it's sad. Heard that I guess with this Preston Rose and Shane McMahon, from what I heard, it's going to be the first segment of the show. They're going to get this done and over with, and then they'll have the card, and it'll be farewell. And Marcus has planned to say he's going to lead the jacket and stuff down there. You didn't fail anybody, Perch. Trust me, nobody didn't fail anybody. Unfortunately, this was our vulnerable moment, and bam, it all just went kaboom. Right now, gosh. Oh man, I'm just drying up with tears in my eyes. I'll tell you that much right now, fans. And I just felt bad because Morbid. It was originally that Morbid was supposed to get a title shot, and Ronnie Taylor was supposed to get a title shot down the road, and now that's when kaput. I guess Preston Rose must have got so scared that he's not even a week. I don't think he's been here for a little more than a week, and he's given up on it. Gosh. I don't know, maybe that's all agreeing on what's all depending. Go talk to Preston Rose about it, Captain Awesome. That's all I can say. He's the one that's closing it down. Or I should say Shane McMahon for that matter. I'll tell you how much right now. Yeah. Oh man. I'm just it's painful. Really painful. I don't know, folks. All you can do is just pray, fans, that maybe something might have, some miracle of God might happen Wednesday night. A miracle of the wrestling guides. Miracle of the wrestling guides, Luthez and Ricky Dozen, Bruno Sammartino, Carl Gotch, Harley Race. Who knows? Maybe something can happen. That's all I could say right now. I'll tell you that much right now. Because right now, it's not signed completely from what I heard. I guess I guess what's gonna happen is that the handshake's gonna happen officially in the ring, and I'll tell you that much right now. Once that handshake happens, that's it. It's done. It's over with. It's not Vampiro and Shockwave's fault, Captain Awesome, I'm telling you. Yeah. It's not their fault. Vampiro's not mad at anybody. I mean, I'll tell you that much right now. Preston Rose is the one that's feels like he's given up. He wanted to get, he feels bad. He told me today, he called me up on the phone and said that he said, Duke, I'm sorry. It's like, this is a childhood dream shot down for me. He wanted to run this. He wanted to give the fans a great federation. I guess what he was saying now, the whole feud between the two that was in that world title match, I won't mention anything because I don't feel like want to mention names. I don't want to stir the pot. And he was saying that he wanted to give like a superstar feud like Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair, Von Erichs and Freebirds. He feels like he let down the fans. Joe Kenny called me up and told me that if you need anything, let me know. He's like, come. He told me that after Wednesday, this is over with. Come over to his offices, and he says maybe they can use another commentator, which maybe I might do that. Who knows? I'll tell you that much right now. Thanks, I'll take a virtual hug there, Perch. Thank ya. You know I'm at my home with my cat. My wife has already went out to bingo tonight. You don't let anybody down. Nobody will let anybody down. It's just, I don't know, just a series. It's like Lemony Snicket. A series of unfortunate events. That's what it was. Wow. Painful. So right now with the Universal title being vacant, I guess that's going to stay vacant, unfortunately, unless they decide to have one last match, decide if there's going to be one last Universal Champion to go in the books. I'll tell you that much right now. You gotta talk to Cass about them, right? I mean, Ronnie. I mean, if he wants to do it, he will have it. Right now, yeah, maybe we can do a Cass Taylor match, but right now, you know, it's like, you know, right now. We're in uncertainty right now. You better go talk to Preston Rose, and you better go talk to Shane McMahon about that. But for now, I think I'm at the end of my time here, folks. I thank everybody for listening here tonight. And I'm sorry to be the deliverer of bad news. But, yeah. Until there's a miracle from God, a miracle from the wrestling god that comes up Wednesday. And don't mention Hulk Hogan as a wrestling god, because not really. Entertainment value, we'll put it that way. But hold for hold, forget it. I'll tell you that much right now. Hey. So please join us Wednesday as we'll be at the MSW Arena in Cleveland for was perhaps going to be last hurrah. I'd like to thank everybody who's been here tonight. You guys have a good night. And once again, thank you for being supportive. Thank you. Good night, everybody. The Last Dance, yeah, the last hurrah, you can call it what it is. The Last Waltz, like the band used to call it years ago in their last concert. Of course, you know, if you don't know who the band is, that was a song, The Wait, which was a famous one. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.